Okay, I think we're live. Hi, we are not on Windows. Yesterday turned out to be a whole mess in which we found that WSL was messing up a ton of stuff, and I had to wipe the machine and set this up. So I'm back now. I'm going to have to set up a few things on the fly here, but hopefully we can get some more dev done today. So first of all, let me figure out how to get the chat onto here. We have chat. Hang on, OBS is being weird. Yeah, OBS is just being weird. Oh yeah, okay, I can see it's working. Let me get the chat onto the screen. Stream. Embed chat. Browser. Chat. What did I do, like, was it 300 by 300 or something? Okay. Here's chat. I move myself, move chat. Here we go. So I should be able to see that now. And just in case, I will have backup chat on my side monitor. Perfect. So I haven't heard much from Spencer in the last couple of days. Oh no, wait, here is yesterday. It's got a sweep to look at. Puffer go. Is this running? Just doesn't have enough experiments yet, but it has a couple already with win rate 1, so I think we're gonna have a good go baseline pretty soon here. Bet is still working on Enduro, needs some work there. I could probably do the triple triad baseline right now, because we have Pong, Breakout, Connect 4, these are already done. Snake we might want to look at a little bit as well today. It trains already. But yeah, let's take a quick look at probably these two ends. Might even want to just start with Snake to finish this off. Oops. We have like default Ubuntu terminal. Is there a quick way to do this? Yeah, that's better. There we go. And I have to mute the how do you mute the terminal? Yeah, whatever. I don't think it comes through on the stream anyways. My mic should be working, right? Oh, it's got a bunch of noise in the background. That's probably annoying as hell. Let me add noise suppressor. Hang on. Okay, there. New machine had to reset up all of OBS. Okay, so we've got our setup here. Okay, that's gonna drive me crazy. Hold on, it's beeping every time and just do this, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we do not need this anymore. Get rid of this. And we also changed default Atari config. Yeah, let's not do that. I think it was 144 and then like 24 or something. There we go. So now what we got to do is look at Snake. Let's start on that. Snake, upper snake, foul. See if this works. Right. Need to get API key off of 1B. Let's not leak the key. And I think we're going to get a really nice snake demo on it. We should try to get these actually uploaded as well, I think. And just get these onto the website so that we have the final demos live. Because after that, pretty much once all the demos are set and live, it's just like a bunch of polish and cleanup and we're ready to launch. I guess also checking the docs. It just tends to drag on for a while because, you want to make sure everything is good to go. Okay, interesting. Failed to open display. This should not happen on Ubuntu, I don't think. There shouldn't be any issue forwarding. This is going to be a little clunky until I get used to the new UI. So what is wrong with our Docker setup? This should be fine here. I don't know. see. Even do anything, or is it just screwing with me? PWD. I have this. Interesting. Being added to your access control list. I imagine, does that do anything? Wannabe API is way too slow. Oh, that actually worked. Okay. Cool. So this is nice. I think this is the 360p one. So there are a few things I need to decide here. I need to decide what version of the snake end I want to display. There's technically, yeah, you can see them right here. There's a yellow snake that if I hold shift, I can take control of, I believe. I guess it doesn't work in this demo at the moment. I'll check on why that is. But you're supposed to always have one snake that you can take control over. I think this is probably a nice demo to go with. I don't know if this is actually the baseline model that was trained. I think it was trained on a slightly different map size. But this is good. It's frozen because there's like a limit on the step counter or whatever. Okay. So Snake is actually good to go for that demo. Triple Triad, I think, is not good to go, though. Right? I don't think that there's actually a Triple Triad baseline, and I don't think Spencer's been doing that yet either. I think he's on Go. Let's see. For Go. Yeah, so he's just doing Go. So we'll do Triple Triad for him. Because this one doesn't have a baseline yet. I think all the other ones are pretty much good here. It's up here. What's the current state of this end? Looks like there's no policy loaded in C. There's just the user demo, which is fine. What stats get reported? We get episode return, length, and score. Is score a decent metric here? This might literally just need a hyperparam sweep and that's it. What else did I train lately? Connect 4? Score, yeah, I think that this is all it needs. It needs to be told to maximize score, be given a little bit of leeway on step count. I don't actually know how fast this trains with the defaults. Let's check that really quick. Triple. Effect native. Okay, this train's nice and fast. Yeah, nearly a million steps a second. You're so early today. Yeah, hold on. I got the chat way too big here, don't I? Welcome, Linky. Fine. We'll do like, what, 400? Does that make it more reasonable? Yeah, because then when I resize it, it looks good. Obligatory star puffer. Please do star the puffer. It really helps when you star the repository. Oh, we got quite a few folks on YouTube at the moment. Welcome. What we're doing at the moment here is we are going to try to train a baseline for this triple triad environment here. We're going to run a quick hyperparameter sweep. We're going to set that up, and then we're probably going to start deploying all the other baselines that we have to the website. I'm going to think a little bit about some of the C policies and the way I'm doing that. Not going to think too hard about that, though. And we'll go from there. So I can see that this environment here, it is training, but it takes quite a while. So I think I'm going to set this sweep to be from like 100 million to 500 million. It's very, very fast. It trains nearly 1 million steps per second. I'm trying to think if I want to do... I could make this roughly 10% faster by doubling the number of environments. I don't know if I want to do that. I think we'll just go like this from here. So add config ocean. And I literally just did this. Yeah. Did my camera stop working as well? Yeah, my camera just totally stopped for no reason, didn't it? That's lovely. Hang on a second, folks. This is a new setup. There will be some growing pains. This is also the cheaper camera. I have the better version of it. Palo Alto. There we go. Camera's good. I'd like to put it back farther. I might go get my the ring light set up that I had in Palo Alto because there's not really good lighting in this room either. I did get the green screen, so I literally have. I don't have an office here. I just have like a pretty sizable bedroom. So I have behind me there is a bed, and then the foot of the bed is just a giant green screen, and then there's my desk. I set this to cache credentials. That should not happen. Hold on. Yeah, we are definitely there is much code grind. But I wanted to do more stuff on stream, so I figured I'd make it work. I am going to have to get credentials for this though. Like, okay, I didn't expect to have to deal with all of this stuff. I really didn't expect to have to deal with all this stuff, but let me tell you what happened, which is why I wasn't streaming yesterday. So I'm doing some work for some folks that involves just like, the basic stuff that I do for the puffer boxes and all of our hardware. So I was just checking on like, hey, what are we going to do for new hardware setups, right? Like if I wanted to order boxes now, what would I do? Just that type of stuff. Really, really simple, right? And I was doing perf tests on this box that I bought for my own usage, which has an AMD chip. So I was testing. If it's like if the AMD chips are any better, and I was getting absolutely terrible results. Like it was like 20-30% slower, which made no sense, and it drove me nuts all morning. And then eventually I figured like, it might just be WSL, right? And then I had all these problems with Windows. I couldn't get the partitions to work, so I just said, you know what, screw it. We're going to try just like standard Ubuntu setup. I stuck Ubuntu on it for like 5 minutes, just like a live install. I ran the perf test, and immediately everything was way better. And then directly after that, I shut the machine off, wiped Windows, and just stuck an Ubuntu install on it and said, all right, we're done. We're going back to Linux desktops. I'm sick of this mess. And it's been very nice so far. It's been very, very nice. The only thing is the Steam library for after hours is very restricted. But I don't have much time for that anyways, so no big deal. Okay. This worked. This seems like this worked, so puffer box, and I have to go get whatchamacall. I have to go get the SSH thing so that we can run this on the server. I'm literally forgetting the name of the thing that we use. Tailscale. So we just stick this onto base install. Yeah, Tailscale. All right, so Tailscale up. Click. Just do this, and then it logs you into Tailnet. Just uses your Google account or whatever. Login successful. Now all I do is as far as a puffer box, and it should just be that easy. Should be that easy. Let me see. Yeah, the boxes are all up. That always works on Windows, to be fair. I see my own machine. Maybe it's just taking... Oh, there it is. It just took a second to the first time authentication. That's fine. Okay, and that's it. No more annoying authentication. It's literally, that's it. You just get SSH access to boxes. Okay, let's pull our params down. So now we have all of our nice params. Let's just make sure we have latest binaries installed. And then we will we'll give the sweep a couple minutes. And we'll go do other stuff while that's happening. I'll take like an hour to get some demos added to the website. We'll show the process of compiling C demo plus neural net applications for web and sticking those on the website. Then we'll have all the newest versions there for all the ones that we currently have baselines, and that'll be a good thing for the morning. Link, yeah, also I would have been on streaming like an hour and a half before, but I had some off-stream work to do. We're on a pretty tight schedule these days. Okay, so we get Tmux, upper triple triad, back native, and it's actually not going to be mode train. It's actually mode sweep carbs. Sweep the carbs. Back size. Right, so I forgot that I'd messed with this. What version of the code do I have here? Packing to move, quite busy. Yeah, I know you are. You're good. I'm trying to remember. I did some stuff here. I don't know where these changes went actually, because I had this stuff set up. Yeah, this is unreadable. There we go. So there's some stuff with the hyperparam algorithm at the moment that we're still trying to figure out. Clip coefficient. There should definitely be a clip coefficient. All right, branch, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we don't want any of this mess, to be honest. Max grad norm. Really don't need any of these. I will say the one non. I mean, I guess you can kind of call it RL in a way. Where is it? So the one. Just while I'm waiting for this to make sure this works. I refined the recipe. I reinforcement learned. So this is an experiment I've been doing for this week. I'm trying to find like a really good high energy, high protein, 1,000 calorie breakfast mug. And now on V4, I've mostly gotten it to the point that it's decent. Mostly gotten it to the point that it's decent. Here's current. There you go. It's just hot chocolate, but it has 1,000 calories and 76 grams of protein. Okay, this appears to be sweeping correctly. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so here we get score, return, and everything. And we'll let this run a handful of experiments for us. I'll just stick this on the other monitor. So next order of business, I think, is going to be to update all of the policies for the various different environments. Now, I've been trying to think if I want to automate this in some way. I don't really think so. It's pretty easy as is. Well, I think that it's too much to try to like automate all the compilation stuff because it is really pretty easy as is. Here, I'll show you. Do you have mscript on here? No, I need to get mscript in. I think you just clone it, right? Try and find their docs page on this. For some reason, I think you don't just clone mscript in, right? Isn't there there's a setup to it or something? I think it's linked on the main page. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so you just get... It is just this. Cool. So we are going to, we have the neural net policies ported to C. We're just going to upload as a single bundle the environment, the neural net policy, and the weights. And why does my camera keep freezing? Is that a thing? I might have to get a new camera. Oh, yeah. Do that later. Okay, we get EMSDK. Now we're ready to compile, so we should just be able to do, we have this script set up right here with all the flags that we want for mscripting. Very short, just a single command. And let's do, what's one that we're going to know immediately? I guess snake, right? Yeah, snake we should know, but we have to make sure we have the right version of the env. So let's compile local first. If I recall, this is one of the ones that lags if you compile it without optimization. Oh, defaults are bad. Okay, so here's our C file, and yeah, it's on this perf test. So demo is, yeah, the demo is huge right now. So we want 256 snakes. What's half of this? 640? And then it's 360, I believe. Snake length, food, this also has to be 49.6. We quarter it. And I think that's it. If we check snake, yeah, this is the 640, 360. That's what we said, right? Yeah, so this is good. Okay. And it's going to lag, so I'm going to do build fast. And here we go. So this is almost correct, except that we're rendering at a tiny little resolution where you can't tell what's going on. So I'm going to just do, I believe there's a render option right here, yes. This is just going to make it render double resolution. Bad value. All right, no idea what that was. Works now. And here you go. And I actually can control the yellow snake, which is right here. Cool. Only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the text out of it. Text. Okay, I'm going to take this out because we now have a nice web type for this. "360 lines. Don't need this comment at the top. Don't need this logging. Any other fluff? I think that's it. It's a pretty nice little multi-agent sample as a standalone. Okay, here is our snake. I want to change the title. Yeah, this should just be PufferLib snake. We'll discuss titling of stuff later. I might do like contributor names or something on titles. This one was mine though. This is the one that I made. Okay, that's nice and speedy. And also that was the speed running locally, single core, so this should be plenty fast with mscripten, I hope. We will see. Resolution should be good, everything should be good. So I now should just be able to do web. Right, you need min shell HTML. Forgot you have to install that. It's just a single file. Okay, so now we have our snake build. And if I just build web snake, and then I just take game star, and then I just go to Docker. Oh, hold on. I forgot that I don't have it there yet. I have to install the docs, the machine. Docs are open source as well. If you want to fix anything, you can just PR stuff to it. Hey, when you're done, what piece can you give? Okay, yeah. 1 second. Let me copy this over, and then I will go ahead and do that. Let me also get these things off of my camera. Absolutely. Post a little more about your background while you're there, so I'll tailor to you. I have like a few different resources depending on where you're at the moment. Docs, sets. Okay. Okay. Here are our docs, and let's see if Snake deployed correctly. Yes, it did. So we can see we have the full thing. I don't have rendering correct on the website perfectly. I got to fix resolution, but this is the updated version of the game live in browser with a very easy and quick deployment. If I push the repo, it'll immediately be live on the main site. So to answer your question here, what piece can you give it about a 2 of 5 level on where are we with this? So really high level, right? PufferLib is the library that I wish existed during my PhD to make reinforcement learning fast and sane. It has a very high emphasis on very fast simulators. So we have games, environments, other things that we use to test reinforcement learning algorithms and conduct research. But in PufferLib, they run 1,000 times faster than basically everywhere else. And they're really, really simple to implement. So like there are a few people who've kind of figured out how to make fast environments as well, but they're mostly using these like really arcane methods that require tons and tons of experience to build. We are writing environments in a way that is so simple that any like undergrad in CS who has taken a single systems course can immediately jump in and start contributing. And in fact, we have a lot of open source contributors in the Discord, discord.gg/puffer. So if you're looking to get into this stuff, it's a very, very easy way to jump in. And I review all the code contributions personally as well. So there's that. That's one side of it, fast environments. Another side is experimental. So if you have fast environments, what can you do with it? We have hyperparameter sweep integrations with carbs, which is a very nice algorithm for running tons of experiments and finding optimal settings. We've been playing around with that. It's been very effective for very quickly allowing us to get good policies on a wide variety of different environments. But really that side of it is early on, and it's after this update that I'm working on right now, which is all the environments, that we're going to really dig more into the science side and try to figure out all of the rough edges with reinforcement learning. Why does it feel so hard to train stuff? Why is everything so fiddly? What knobs matter? That's going to be science side, and that's what's coming next. Other things I've done include really high performance parallel simulation tech. I've built that for PufferLib. I've built really good compatibility layers. I've built like lots of convenient stuff. There's a really nice dev container that just simplifies all the setup. Lots of just like quality of life, tools for researchers, stuff like that. Really just trying to make reinforcement learning into a mature and stable field with simple, high performance, reliable tools. That is what I'm doing. In addition to contributing to PufferLib itself, I also have published a few resources for beginners. I mean, most of my work is aimed at pushing the field forward. It's not necessarily aimed at being educational, though it's turned out that a lot of it has been, just because the way I'm building stuff, it's very easy to get into. So this RL Quick Start Guide that's just on my Twitter, JSuarez5341, you're free to get that there. I think I've also pushed it to... Yeah, it's also now on the website, but it's on like the dev website. So it's like pufferai.github.io/puffer.ai. It's there. It'll be at just puffer.ai once I push everything to the next update. All the websites are getting moved to puffer.ai. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, so this is the wrong res. 12. Is it 1280? Is that the res? 640 times 2? 1287. I think this is it. Real resource most helpful was your iceberg. Thank you. I put a lot of effort into that video, and not a lot of people watched it. Like, that was 80 hours of work. So I hope some people got some use out of that. Sent me learning to code. Wasn't introduced to AI through that way. How much will I need to run environments? So, in order to get into developing, it goes as fast. In one video where you said it goes as fast as the frame rate. I'm not sure what specifically you're referring to there. To get into environment dev, it's not like a beginner topic, but we brought it down from you need a PhD to do anything remotely useful down to like you need to have a single course in systems. So we're writing most stuff in C. You need to know what malloc does. You need to know what a pointer is. You need to know like basic loops and conditionals and stuff like that. And the most important thing is just writing simple code without making a mess of things. We have a lot of examples, and it is a really great way to learn. It's a pretty fun way to learn as well. I generally, for people who are like brand new to CS in general, not just to AI, I generally suggest spending like 80% of your time just coding stuff, and then 20% of your time on formal learning, formal resources. I don't know why the resolution is so janky on this. You figure out what's wrong here? So we got width is 640, so 1280. 1280 by 720, right? 1280, 720. Could just be getting cached or something, because this is definitely not the right aspect ratio. Oh, see, there it goes. I think there's just some weird thing going on with the JavaScript. Oh yeah, if you hold shift, I'm controlling this guy right here. Yeah. Cool. And then if I just take my hand off the keyboard, the AI takes over for you. Very nice. Okay, so this is done. I want to fix Pong and Breakout baselines. Those should be very easy to do, I believe. Fast. Is this the right baseline here? We'll let this play for a little bit to make sure this is the good one. How is our sweep going? So while I've just been doing this, so far we've run these experiments, and here are the results so far. Looks like most of these runs that do decently are into the same sort of score range of 6 points, which I don't understand the game enough to know how good that is. Yeah, this is definitely the good policy. Look at this thing. This is way better at breakout than I am. I could not do this. Look at that. It even got the... It's actually trying to do that. I'm pretty sure it's actually learned to try to bounce it like that. Like, look, it's like bouncing it against the left wall to try to, like, specifically get that, I think. At least I've seen it do it enough times that it makes me think it's not accidental. It's not, like, perfect at it by any means, but it's pretty good. It's, like, so close. To be fair, that's a pretty tricky thing to pull off. Relaunch to make sure it gets the right files. Yeah. Okay, let's get the, I think we have one for Pong as well to make. New Pong baseline. Looks good. You can see this one's playing very well. This is definitely the right model. It's lost one life. It has almost cleared first screen though. Very nice. One of the perks of building the library is that I can make the PufferLib the ball. And the puffer. It's the ball. Okay. I think I even have to reboot it, but just to be sure it doesn't cache it. Here is the new Pong policy. I think this one is correct. The new one is more like jittery. Oh, it lost a point there though. Hold on. It sometimes will lose a point, but very rarely. Let's watch it for a second, make sure it's actually the good policy. Yeah, okay. I think that was just a fluke. 10 bill. We made a 10B. No, I didn't. 10. Oh, 10 bill model on a Raspberry. That would be very slow. Oh, and you can't. No, you're not. I don't know what you're doing. You're definitely not pre-training a 10 bill model on a Raspberry Pi. Maybe they like did a tiny amount of fine tuning or something. I don't know. I really don't follow LLM space a ton because it's like there's just a lot of bullshit in it at this point. I used to work in language modeling, like long time ago. Before transformers were a thing. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the right policy. Cool, so Pong's updated, Breakout's updated, Snake is updated. I think the Connect 4 one we may as well. Web think we have to copy the connect 4 one as well. Because that one was improved significantly. Why bullshit? This just happens to any field that starts to blow up massively, right? All the money started being in LLM, so all like the NFT and crypto shills came over to AI, and like, you know, if you've been in the field for a long time, you know who's legit and who's not. But if you're a newcomer to tech, like you're not gonna know who is just scamming you and who's just spreading bullshit. So it's just not a fun place anymore. For my own purposes, I also just preferentially, I don't like to work in well-established capital-intensive areas if I can avoid it. Like I can do so much more in RL right now than I can do in language modeling. Uses OpenAI. What's uses? I mean, it's fine to sort of drift around and like check out a bunch of different stuff in AI these days. It's a humongous mug. This is currently tea. But I use these for, where is it? The experiment that I've been doing this week, which is the 1,000-calorie breakfast mug. It's like hot chocolate with 76 grams of protein that I've been trying to make not taste terrible. So that's a fun little side project. Connect 4. Okay. You can hold shift to like stop it. So I'm just seeing if it's actually winning. Yeah, okay. It is winning. Baselines uploaded for these 1, 2, 3, 4 environments. MOBA needs a baseline. It already has a train version. I just need to make the final thing to upload. I mean, it's pretty much the same as what's on here now. This end is actually pretty good. Probably going to make this one so that it plays by default instead of you having to take over. This is a fun environment though. I really like this one. So then pretty much this will all be done. And this, and then Spencer's fixing this. Rware should be pretty easy. Triple triad, looking decent as well. I don't actually know how many points you can realistically get. It's the thing. I wish I knew like an upper bound on how well you could do. But I think that's a decent starting point. May as well upload this, right? Okay, so that'll be live on the website in a few minutes. If it pushes, I could have sworn I had credentials tracking. Hold on. What's this green here say? What, this? This is the wand B sweep. That is running tons of different experiments on triple triad right now in order to determine optimal experimental settings. Wait, this absolutely should. That's fine. Oh, that was weird. Whatever. Okay, so this is now pushed. And then in a couple of minutes, it will show up here with the latest policies. So these are all done. And then for release, we need triple triad, go. Spencer's got go and probably rware. I can probably start messing with the MOBA. Let me see. That should be pretty easy. 250 mil. I don't know if this is the latest set. I think this is the latest param set. Let's see. Puffer MOBA. A lot of this is just release work, right? Like, we have most of the experiments done, and things just need to be run on the latest. No CUDA GPUs available. What the hell? That is bizarre. Didn't I just train? I just trained this a bit ago with CUDA. Well, that's fun. Gotta love driver shenanigans. I was gonna run this in the background. I probably can't fix that error without rebooting. This probably just needs a reboot. It probably just updated something in the background. Shouldn't really be doing, but whatever. So this will run. Need to get baseline for MOBA. That shouldn't take very long. What about rware? Yeah, I don't think that there's much else I can do on these. I think Spencer has got both of these. And then there's just Xander has his trash pickup environment that he's going to finish. Bet has his enduro end. Let me actually just send some quick messages while I'm here on these people just to get status. Updates. And then I think Noah had issues. Cool. For folks watching here, like these are all just people who've jumped in here and been like, yeah, let's code on some RL environments. So like Spencer's made Go, Connect 4, and Rware. Nathan did Puffer Tactics, and I believe Pong. Noah did Breakout. Oh yeah, Spencer also did Triple Triad. I did Snake, MOBA, and this TCG prototype that needs some work that Noah's looking at now. A couple other people, like I think David did AI opponents, scripted opponents for Connect 4. No, Jake did that, and then David did like improved physics for Breakout. We got all the contributors list. Where is it? Yeah, contributors listed here. But yeah, if you're interested, we need more M's. We need work done on existing M's. There's like this robo code, like this robot tank M that needs to go on here still. Lots and lots of additional work. How's this sweep doing? Okay, interesting. So if you look at score curves here, it's like they still go up just a little bit. I don't know what optimal is. I actually don't know what optimal play is. I think I'd let this run for a little longer, though. It's unlikely that this is as good as it can do. So I'll let this run a little bit, and then we'll come back this afternoon. I'll probably just take whatever has done here in a few hours. I might get a robocode prototype onto the website. There's some website stuff to fix, and I'll probably just do that while I let docs run in the meantime. That'll probably be good. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do right now. I can probably start on docs. It'd be a good thing to do. So I have this doc page. This is live. You're free to look at it. It's just that this is, extension until it's deployed formally. And it's a pretty good tutorial, but I haven't tested any of the code here at all. So maybe that's what we'll do. Of course, I do need I need my NVIDIA drivers to work. I don't want to reboot this and kill the stream like 15 minutes, 20 minutes before I'm going to end anyways. Maybe if I just reboot Docker, that'll be enough. Let's try this. Okay. PufferLib. That actually worked. Okay. Just a little background annoyance. So, in that case, what we're going to do, we're going to do two things. Okay, here's Puffer MOBA training. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to prep this command so that when I, before I leave, I run this baseline. It's only like a 12-minute run, I believe. But I will queue that up. And then before then, I will work on this. And we'll start on the UX. Okay. So first of all, what's the default thing do? I think it just runs train on Puffer squared. If you just run demo.py, cool, now it actually does something. It trains. And this gives you Puffer squared. You type help, you get all of these params. I don't think you get end parameters. You used to get env parameters, right? Like, you get all these train parameters, but you don't get env params. How'd that happen? Did I get rid of that feature? I didn't think I did. Hi, I haven't seen a stream in a couple of months. How are things progressing? Things are progressing quite well. So what happened there was I not moved, I travel seasonally, but I went from California to Florida and I didn't have a desktop and it took way longer to get one shipped than I expected. So I just got everything set up this week. This is like I've only done a couple streams since then, but now most of my development is going to be back to being streamed. We're nearing the next release. We've got a nice demo website. This is live, though it's at this, this weird URL for now. And it's got tons of stuff on it. So we've got all the ends. They're playable. We've got new docs. This is localhost version. So we've got new docs that I'm currently testing. There's a blog. Again, localhost, not live. There's blog. There's a business thing. There's a homepage. There's all this stuff. So yeah, gearing up for release. A lot of work, but it's been good. I hope to do a lot more of this stuff live now. And my camera just freeze again. I'm absolutely gonna have to get a new camera. Or figure out what's wrong with drivers. It's probably drivers, to be honest. I wonder if it's graphics crash, Do you think my NVIDIA driver still works now? Okay, NVIDIA driver still works, so it's not a graphics thing. It's just a weird camera bug. That's fine. How am I populating help menu? Amazing to see steady work. Inspiring, hope things continue. I hope so too. It's going pretty well for Puffer. Been going pretty well for Puffer. I'm pretty much just doing like tons of exercise and building Puffer and nothing else. That's pretty much my schedule these days. Trying to get in really good shape. Fix RL. Everything else is kind of small potatoes. I don't know. I've had a few fun things I've been doing lately. I really like this stupid side project that I started this week. I've been trying to figure out how to make like a decent 1,000-calorie breakfast mug. I have the open source breakfast with patch notes for each version. I thought there used to be like an inspec 1,000 calories dense. Yeah, the goal is to have something like I need like 3,000 plus calories per day, and I do not have the appetite for 3,000 calories a day. So this helps. I've been trying to figure out how to do this for a while, and it's really hard to get something like there are very, very few things that are actually calorie dense enough. But recently, heavy cream. Heavy cream is just about the only thing that fits the bill. And then the key is to figure out how I can get protein powder to mix reasonably well with heavy cream without just being like a sludge mess. So I've been working on that. I'm probably going to look into like some basics of like suspension chemistry, like how people making premixed drinks, how they get stuff to work in suspension. That's probably going to be the next thing I do with it. For now, I've just been fine-tuning the recipe a little bit here and there. I've been playing around with whether or not I want it to have added sugar. I think it needs a little added sugar, just it's really disgusting otherwise. Do you have a goal in mind for fitness, health? I mean, yeah, I do at the moment. I do a hybrid. between running training and strength training for the most part. And I do different stuff in different blocks. So over the summer, I did a really heavy endurance block. I trained for and I ran a 50K. And I got my 1,000 pound total. Now I'm trying to do more like an athleticism focused block. So I'm trying to get my 5K time down, like my shorter run times, to be a lot faster while keeping or gaining weight and keeping strength on. So that's been the current endeavor. It's been going decently. I've got my 5K down. It's like 25, 40, or 26 minutes, something like that. My high school best was 21:40 or something, but I weighed 45 pounds less or 50 pounds less then. So I'm trying to match my high school time at while weighing 50 pounds more is going to be the goal. All tangential. Are you on Blue Sky? Nah, stayed on X. I like X. I don't really see the point of people moving to Blue Sky. Like, there have been a ton of these, and none of them really work over X. And if you look at a lot of the stuff that X is doing, it's kind of fine. Like, whoops, stupid camera. Like, like any platform where you can fact check the person who owns the platform is probably doing decent stuff, you know? So I think that people will probably be back to X for the most part pretty soon. Social media is really obnoxious as is. It's like a colossal waste of time outside of the growth on projects and stuff. So I don't really want to have a second platform to have to do stuff on, and the audience is going to be much larger on X. What happened here? I could have sworn I had a piece of code that would give you help menu based on your environment. I don't remember if I deleted it. Import lib. I must have deleted it. Let me go check 1.0. Gotcha. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'm on stream to broadcast work and chat with people. It's fine. I don't have inspect in here either. How was I getting... I'm confused. How was I getting this? There was like a dynamic help menu. Get init args. Right here. So do I use this get init? Okay, so I don't actually use this anymore. Yeah, okay, so here it is. Make env. So would it have to be here? Dash dash help should be recognized. Make env, okay. PufferLib utils git. Let's make. Interesting. Oh. Env creator. Well, env creator is, so I have this make env. But this make env should have arguments. I guess maybe because it's a partial. That's why you don't use stupid functional things. Is my camera still crashing? I'm gonna have to fix that later. That's super obnoxious. Okay. I know what needs to be fixed there, though. Hold on. So, I'm gonna head to gym for a bit. I'm gonna be back a few hours. We got new policies uploaded to the website, so you can actually already play around with these here. I think you should be able to see, like, is this the new snake? Yeah, this is the new snake. Their rendering resolution is inconsistent. It's not always correct. I gotta fix that. We also have this sweep running on triple triad. I'm going to launch this one right now on my local machine after I remove that breakpoint. Okay, so this will run our MOBA baseline, so we should get that. We'll see with triple triad. We'll see if we have a baseline for that. We will apparently not be able to have a working camera. I don't know, I'll figure that out later today. It's super laggy as well, I can tell, so that's weird. But yeah, I will look at that stuff, and then when I get back, I will start going through docs and cleaning that page up, because pretty much just environments, baselines, and docs, and we should be good. So thanks, folks. Join the Discord, discord.gg/puffer, and I'll be back in the afternoon. If you want to support the project, it's all open source and free. Just go ahead and star the repository, github.com, PufferAI, PufferLib. I'll put that in the chat. Is engineer arts bullshit? I have no idea what that is. I've never heard that word, so probably. Yeah, see you around. Back in a few hours.